Okay, now we're doing what's on the Roku channel. What is on the Roku channel? Roku, I've got a little Roku device right here, the Roku Ultra. Oh well, I have this too pull up too far. It's a great device. I highly recommend Roku's for everybody, at least one. But I also like to recommend get other things in case Roku stops carrying. They're having an argument with Google, which owns YouTube TV Live. Certain things that might just disappear from Roku or get pushed back. So it's always good to have something else. If Amazon's arguing you have a Fire Stick, great. All of a sudden something's not there, you get it on your Roku or your Google Chromecast TV. There's one way around it. Google is YouTube, and YouTube is YouTube TV Live. So if you have a Google Chromecast with TV, great device, kind of like this, and you get it made. But with Roku, you're not going to find Roku on the Apple TV yet. You got live TV, Hallmark Movies Live. This is free. They have commercials. These are shows from Quibi, the streaming service that tried to be the next big thing. They would show like 10-minute episodes, and next week they'd give you another one, or next day they might give you another one. And you'd get in it while you're riding the train to work or doing something. Then COVID hit. Nobody's doing that. No one knew what a Quibi was anyway. These are great shows. I mean, the guy won like 2 Academy Awards in a row here, Christopher Waltz. He's in everything. He's in the last Bond movies. And Liam Hemsworth, you know who that is. Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones. I mean, they got some big stars in these little things. And they run about the time of a movie. You know, if you just watch the episodes back to back to back, you get these great stories that you've never seen before. Now they're calling Roku originals, but a lot of them are just Quibi shows. Watch The Stranger. I was like, oh my gosh, the girl picks up this guy. And she's like an Uber driver, but it's a different, they made up a name. And he has this big heavy sack. He comes out of this rich house. She thinks, oh, he's rich. And he tells her, there's a body in the bag. You just need to drive. And she's like, and he says, don't call nobody. So her life's in danger the entire time. And how's she going to get out of it? And you're like, oh my gosh. And, he asks questions to her like, so you new here? Oh yeah, I just moved from the Midwest. I'm all by myself. I know no one. You're like, oh, don't tell him that. Oh my gosh. Got a bunch of this good stuff. A lot of stuff you're not going to find. Fugitive was a Quibi show. The Discovery of Witches, season 1. My wife loved that show. Now, they all want you to buy something on their platforms so they get a cut. That's why you got so much advertising for other stuff. Hell on Wheels is excellent, excellent. Anson Mount is the star. Excellent show about the building of the railroads. It's very, very good. My wife loves Heartland. There's Sabrina. And a little known fact, the black cat in Sabrina Salem, who was a man turned into a cat, is the exact same animatronic cat they used in the movie Hocus Pocus, because it was a black cat and a man was turned into a cat, so it had to talk and move its mouth. So they just used the same cat. Save some money. Look at all this great stuff on Roku. Bewitched. Barney Miller, the beaver, Third Rock from the Sun, very funny. And there's Gilligan before he was Gilligan. And these are just great, great old shows. You're bound to see something. You're like, oh, yeah, I could try this out. This is a great streaming service. Just great. Highly recommend Roku channel. If you have a Roku device or any device that can get Roku channel, get it. And recently they have a live section on the Roku channel, but they just made another app and said, hey, you could just have your own Roku live app. Watch it that way. See, Look a little like Pluto, doesn't it? Just hundreds of channels. Just keep going, keep going. It is great. All this stuff looks like Nashville country music, swamp people in the old shows. The Roku channel, highly recommend it. Need to get it, it's free. Just download it and free. It's part of the service that you can get it.